What is up and welcome back, and in today's video we're going to learn how we can be faster with our footwork. This can help you out when you're trying to shoot, also when you're driving toward the basket, but it can also make you a lot more shiftier. So I am going to show you how you can improve your shiftiness with faster footwork. So with that said, let's dive right in. Now the first thing I'm going to cover is going to be shooting. Now a lot of players, when they shoot, they will take the two-step approach, right? I know you've seen this. Maybe you do it also, where you go 1, 2 to get a jump shot off. Now the two steps is real nice because it does give you extra momentum for your shot, especially from deep, right? You can go 1, 2, and you have that extra momentum in your legs and power. But the drawback of taking two steps is that it does take longer, but you're also getting closer to the defense. Look, I'm moving forward, right? See that? I'm moving forward. So if you are trying to cut down on the distance, stay further away from the defense, and be faster also, you should learn the one-step approach, right? Where all you have to do is go like this, like that. You see that? Instead of feeling that you have to go forward and then like that, right? Instead of doing that, you can just go like that. See, all you need is one step for that momentum, right? But that's going to take a lot of practice and getting some muscle memory where you feel comfortable with it. And if you are open, you can take those two steps. But if you're playing where the defense is playing you somewhat close, they have a good defensive scheme, you don't always want to be giving it away that you're trying to shoot, right? If you can just pull up with one step, that could be a faster release shot. Also, taking it even further, if you can just pull up without taking steps, I mean, again, you're getting rid of cues. You're just right here, right? You're coming up. And then you just pull up. That defender is not going to have, he's not going to be seeing this or this right here. You see that? So right there, you can have the two-step approach. The one step that throws a lot of defenders off because you can be walking up, right? You can be walking up. And it looks like you're walking, but you're actually setting for that shot. You're actually setting for that shot. And then you pull up. Or no steps at all, right? And we see that all the time. Players are like this, then they shoot. Even one of the great shooters out there, Clay Thompson, they asked him one time in one of the interviews, hey, why do you shoot with a wide stance? And he said, actually, I got comfortable shooting in different ways, but once I got comfortable with different stances, I don't even worry about what's going on with the footwork because I can shoot in different ways. So think of it that way. If you're able to get more shooting stances, then you're just going to be comfortable with your footwork. You're going to be faster with the release shot. You don't have to be trying to set like this every time. And again, that's advice from an NBA player. He just got used to it. So he can even shoot wide, right? Where it looks like he's trying to drive, then just pulls up. So that right there is deadly. And when he's wide, right, what's the defender going to do? He's going to also try to play the drive. And he can just come up like that, right? So you see, big advantages, quicker release. Now, moving on to driving. That one right there is going to be also super key. A lot of players might get past somebody, crossover, they're leaving them behind. Then they have to take 1, 2 steps for the layup, okay? That might be you. I do like the two-step approach, but I have noticed that I do get a lot of players off guard where they're trailing me or right beside me, and I'm coming down full speed, and then all I do is one step and I go up, okay? Because in their mind, they're trying to count the steps once the pickup occurs, right? I know you do this too. You're trying to play defense on somebody. Once you see that ball get picked up, you're pretty much following them with the steps, right? It's 1, 2, and then you both jump in the air. But if you can throw that defender off, you're just coming down, then you just go off one step. That's gonna be pretty fast takeoff. You're not gonna give him a chance to try to recuperate. Or maybe if he's bigger than you, he's expecting 2 steps and then the body contact in the air. But instead, you're taking off at 1 step and then you're hitting him first. So you see that's a big advantage because he's expecting 2 steps and then the hit, but you do 1 step and then in the air, you put that body. So he doesn't have the chance to prepare for it, okay? So those little details are going to help you out a whole lot on the court. It's gonna make you faster. You're gonna be more unpredictable. Just gonna make you a killer when you're out there. Keeping it going. Now, this next one is going to be how you can be faster or shiftier with certain types of dribbles, right? Everybody likes to be shifty, be able to cross people up, make them look bad. And one thing that I've noticed that not a lot of players pick up on is sometimes they add extra steps or dribbles, and that can slow you down. I'll give you some examples, and we can be here a long time with lots of different examples, but I want you to start just picking up on the process of eliminating steps or dribbles. Okay, that's going to be more important than just showing you some examples. I want you to start to think and look at your game. And what can even help you out is recording yourself playing. Then you can notice, hey, why did that defender close me out after I crossed him up? And you'll notice, oh, I did an extra dribble, or I did an extra step. Okay, so an example is going to be the spin move. Let's start out with that one. Now, a lot of players, what they'll do, they might have a player shift this way, right? And then once that player is trying to recover, they'll do this right here. Might shift that player, then they'll go like that, okay? I'll try to do it in game speed. I am recovering from a knee injury, so I might not be the fastest, but you'll see, you'll get the point. So if you're doing this type of move, you're going like that. That's the speed for that move. Between the legs dribble, and then you're taking the step forward. You see that? You're going, then that dribble. Now look at it this way. If you can go like this in between the legs, right? You go in between the legs and immediately spin, right? It's gonna be faster than going like this and spinning. And I'll tell you why that happens. Because players don't feel comfortable spinning. They feel that they have too much distance to go around if they spin immediately from right here. And that's because they're keeping this foot planted. If I keep this foot planted right here, I do have to go all the way around. That's gonna take a whole bunch of time. But if you learn to flip your foot in the air, you'll see what I mean. If you look at the foot, if you're right here and you go, you notice that? Small detail, but very key. You're right here and you go like that. You can get a real sharp, quick turn. But if your foot's planted, it feels like it's taking forever. That's why some players usually take that step inward. They go like that and spin. We can eliminate that step. You go right here, then when the ball's right here without carrying, you spin that foot, that left foot. You'll see it. You saw that? Saw how fast that combination is? It's a big time faster, right? Instead of going, losing time, you're giving a cue that you're going to spin. You're stepping inward, then spinning. Instead, right here, you're just, and you're gone. So you see, that right there, it is technical footwork, but if you can get it down, you're eliminating a step and a dribble, Okay? And you can notice that, like I said, you record yourself, you can see, oh, I got this guy. Then why did he recover? Oh, an extra dribble. I'll give you another example. The one's going to be, we'll go with the around the back. Now, a lot of players, when they do an around the back, when they're trying to lose somebody, sometimes they'll go like that, and then they'll have this dribble like that. Okay? Try to do a little bit of gain speed. They'll go like that. Now, with that around the back, you can get somebody again, but because you're throwing the ball maybe too far out, right? Or you're trying to grab it with one hand, you're doing that extra pound to go up. Now, that could work in a certain situation, but if we're trying to be faster, we're working in closer spaces, remember? Trying to be more shifty. Really try to place that ball on the around the back right next to you. Or if it's a little bit further out, don't try to grab it with one hand. Once the ball's coming around, you're just grabbing it with two hands and you're good to go. I'll illustrate. You're right here. You see that? And you're gone. And instead of going like this. Okay? So that right there could give a defender a chance to catch up because it's a lot faster to wrap it around and already take your steps instead of it wrapping around and then you're bouncing one more time and going up. You see right there, we're eliminating extra dribbles or steps. Now, like I said, I just wanted to give you some examples and wanted you to look at this a little bit more in a technical, shifty type of way, right? You can do this for a lot of different moves. Just figure out, was that dribble necessary? Could I figure out a way to make it move a lot faster? And if you already have some nice combos, just revisit those combos and see, oh, can I wrap the ball a little bit more further ahead where I can just grab it for my layup? When I do a move, can I eliminate an extra dribble? And if you are getting locked up, that might be the reason you're throwing extra things that you don't really need. And to finish off this video, we can put everything together. Think about it. You're trying to go to the rack. The defense is playing real aggressive, tight defense. You got one player in front of you, the defense on the sides, ready to converge, right? If you're fast and shifty, you're right here. You get them with this move, right? You get past them. Immediately, if you're able to take off one step, you're going to beat that defense from closing in, right? Again, we're putting all the pieces together. You're being quick off a move, then the takeoff is one step. You see that? We're minimizing the time the defense has to close in on you. So right here, gain speed, and like I said, I'm a little bit slower right now because my knee's still trying to recover, but you'll get the idea behind it. So I'll do the first one, then the regular way, then I'll do the second one, which could be a lot faster. You're right here, then two steps, right? Now we rewind it. I'm gonna go eliminate the dribble and eliminate a second step. Here we go. You see that? Faster, quicker. So hopefully you were able to get something out of this video. The whole goal behind it was figure out how you can be a lot more faster. You don't have any of these techniques we talked about, how to make your shot faster with the footwork, how to make your layups faster, or even some of your combos and some of your drives. It's gonna take a little bit of time, but if you can practice it, and like I said, it's all gonna be your creativity, especially with the maneuvers on the floor, right? It's gonna be up to you. Going to be if you have that skill set in your game. Dame time, Steph Curry, They're just able to think 1 or 2 steps ahead of the defense. That's why they're so successful. So that's going to be it for today, and we'll be back next time with more. You do like this type of info, please sub and like. This really help me out. I am a smarter channel. Every little bit goes a long way. We'll be back next time with more. Until then, peace and much love.